Visual novels are an amazing creation that takes something I wish I liked more and makes it actually fun to do. I've played the I Just Want to Be Single demo on the channel before, and I intend on recording the full game on release. And this one is, let's face it, just as queer and also has an asexual main character. We all know why I read this. The story begins with the main character, Dawn, introducing herself. She goes to school dressed in a cute femme outfit where she meets an asexual succubus named Lucia. Unfortunately, Dawn's transphobic classmates report her outfit to the teacher, who I must say is a total creep, and even makes her undress in front of him, which is just all kinds of illegal. Lucia then manages to trick the teacher into getting Dawn's clothes back, and offers Dawn to hang out at her place where she can wear what she wants without judgment. The two discuss the use of magic and alchemy to transform Dawn into her preferred body, and fast forward 2 years, Dawn has saved up enough money to make it happen. Lou then opens a portal to Providence where the alchemist they had commissioned lives. They head up to the store to find that nobody is there, and there are a few potions lying around, including one that turns corpses into zombies. It is then that instead of the alchemist that the two were expecting, a dragon named Vulcan appears. She makes the potion of girl, or the gender fluid, and begins the process of transforming Dawn, but it kind of just, it just kills her. We find out about Lou's heightened senses from a flashback we see while Lucia uses the aforementioned zombie potion to bring Dawn back to life, but as a zombie of course. Cut to Dawn waking up in Vulcan's house. She needs some time to recover from literally being dead, so she decides to lay there, and that's the part where I skip ahead to the part where she cooks, but then finds out that because she's a zombie, she cannot eat the cookies she made. Dawn then decides to go for a walk outside, where she meets Kat, another zombie who comes from the old world. She talks about how she was killed by a dragon, and then Vulcan shows up, and she was the one who killed her? Hey, you there. What you've just watched the video was streamed live over on my Twitch. I stream a lot of fun games, and on Tuesdays you get to decide what I do. So, if you enjoy this type of content, you can find me there 4 to 5 times a week. Vulcan and Kat fight, so Dawn tries to stop them. She gets injured during the process and becomes unable to move her hand. So, Vulcan rips her entire arm off to fix it. Dawn then steals Vulcan's keys to go back to the alchemist shop, but Vulcan shows up. The two discuss the alchemist himself, a god who may be able to help Dawn become human again. Apparently, no matter what you try, they will always look like an exact replica of you. Lucia returns in a flashback and takes Dawn to an uncanny sort of dream world. We learn a bit more about her powers and how Dawn and Lucia would escape to the dream world as a sort of way to vent their feelings. Dawn then wakes up to find that Vulcan had been a literal body pillow, and after Vulcan apologizes repetitively, they decide to go visit Lou in hospital. Before doing so, Vulcan gives us some details on Lucia's backstory, and it is then that she appears behind them. She suggests that they go and find the alchemist. Lucia makes a plan, and while Vulcan looks at it inside, Dawn and Lucia talk about her outside. As it turns out, Lucia's plan is outdated by about 10 years. Dawn, not wanting Lou to get hurt, decides against going to the old world, and decides she'd rather remain a zombie. This, however, causes Lucia to get upset and leave Dawn. It's not long after that Dawn leaves Vulcan, and is left wondering what to do. Out of nowhere, Archie, the alchemist who runs the shop, appears. Dawn follows him to the shop, where she would find out some interesting information. Archie killed the alchemist, and used him as a potion ingredient? I don't even know where this twist came from, but he literally killed a god, and put them in a potion? I need to calm down. Lou returns to Dawn and apologizes for leaving her. After Vulcan shows up, Dawn explains what she found out, and Vulcan rightfully responded with, "You don't just kill a god and get away with it without a good explanation." The group goes back up to Archie's shop, and Lucia just pays him and makes him teach her alchemy. Vulcan decides it's probably better to have the one who killed a god help you out, rather than just sitting in a jail cell, so she lets Lucia have this one. Dawn is then invited to live with Vulcan in her house, and the story comes to a close.